Hare Om Vishnu Pai Paramahamsa Pai Vajrasattva Shri Srimati Krishna Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada ki jai, Bhakti Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakti Vrinda ki jai, Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shamakund Radhakund Giri Govardhan ki jai, Shri Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Shri Navadip Mayapur Dham ki jai, Bhakti Devi ki jai, Tulasi Devi ki jai, Yamuna Maya ki jai, Ganga Maya ki jai, Samadhi Bhakti Vrinda ki jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga.
All glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga.
Namaste, Namaste, Buddha.
Namaste, Narasimhaya.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So, today we are celebrating the opportunity to make our human life perfect. In this human form of life, we have a special opportunity to perform yoga, which is the highest of all yogas, is called Bhakti Yoga. So everyone here is familiar with that, more than myself, so thank you for coming, giving your association. We will continue the discussion. There was actually a sponsor for today's feast. Her name is Sai Prasanna, and she wanted to sponsor today's feast to serve the Lord. Shri Gauri Nitai will serve a wonderful feast today, and we're going to distribute that prasad to all the devotees. So thank you very much to her. So let us continue with the program at the back, and then after that we'll serve the prasad. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Joy.
Okay, devotees. So we begin. Okay, so let us chant this prayer together in unison. Om Jnana Pujnasya Jnanam Janachalakaya Chakshurmilitanina Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sadhujanena Bhutale Swanupadanahara Dati Sravanatutaya Vande Ham Shri-Lo Shri-Lo Shri-Vaishnavascha Shri-Ham Sahajayam Sahanam Sajivam Sarvaitam Savadutam Pujana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri-Madhavam Krishna-Padam Savanam Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. So today, I would like to consider the life and teachings of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. So Srila Prabhupada is our founder Acharya, and recently I've been reflecting on difficulties. When we have difficulties in life, then it makes you think about everything, right? You have some difficulties at your job, at your work, in your spiritual life, in your money situation, kids, friends, then we think. Makes us kind of busy in the mind. Does anybody have that experience? Busy mind when problems come? When everything's great, then it seems like a little more peaceful. But when the trouble comes, then you start analyzing, you start getting so many emotions and difficulties, and one thing that we get are called doubts. Can somebody give me a practical definition of the word doubt? You can read it. Anybody?
Doubt is when we're too busy in our mind and in our actions. And we question everything, we doubt everything.
Yeah, the busyness. Anybody else have something?
You're unsure which way to go. You're unsure what's out.
Unsure. Very nice. So we're unsure which way to go in life. Anybody else?
Skeptical.
Skeptical. It's a cool word, skeptical.
I'm not, I am, I'm just saying.
So these are unsure, there's a busyness, we're getting maybe overwhelmed. Right? These are doubts. So the doubts are brought on when we experience troubles. And when things are going well, then we don't usually doubt too much. So we can doubt. Some practical doubts in our life are, okay, why am I doing what I'm doing with my life? Right? We're doing something all the time. So when things are not going well, then we say, why am I doing what I'm doing? What's the point of it? Should I be doing it? Right? Should I be working this job or should I be working that job? Should I be with this relationship or should I be with this relationship? Should I read this book or should I go with this other stuff? Isn't it? Should I follow this religion or should I follow that one? Should I be in this state or should I be in that one? Right? So we start doubting what we're doing, and naturally the mind gets busy and starts considering all the other options of what we could be doing. And actually there's infinite choices, so you get very tired. Isn't it? Has anybody ever experienced that? That you get tired. Doubts give impetus to unlimited thoughts. Right? And those unlimited options, right, make us tired. Fatigue. And so when we start getting so many doubts, then we become fatigued. And this is something that all of us actually go through. And especially in spiritual life. Because many of us look at spiritual life through a certain lens. And I'm going to tie all this in with Srila Prabhupada's life and his examples. And his example and the examples that he gave in his teachings. Srila Prabhupada used to quote from the Upanishads that life, spiritual. Spiritual life is an opportunity which is given in the human form. It's actually stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam that after many, many births, going through the cycle of samsara, right? Birth and death. So again and again, the embodied being, Krishna states in Bhagavad Gita, Dehino Sminyatade. Everyone say that? We're better. Dehino Smin. Dehino Sminyatade. Yata. Dehe. This means that just like we actually are embodied, the embodied soul is giving up his garments, right? He gets a new one. He passes in this life from boyhood to youth to old age. Similarly, he passes in death into a new body. Dehinos vita dehe. So this is just the first part of the whole shloka, but it'll give you something to remember. Dehinos vita dehe. So this is Bhagavad Gita chapter 2, text 13. And Krishna describes that after this life we get a next one. This is called samsara. Has everyone heard of this word? Samsara? Right? Cycle, birth and death. We don't always have a human birth. This is something that is very important to understand. That just because we are inside of a human body now, doesn't mean we deserve it every life. So God, the universe, is a just universe. It's a righteous universe. It's a law. It's built with a system of laws. And if there's laws, then there's a lawmaker. Isn't it? You are in a country, and you have to drive on this side, and you have to do these things, not do these things. But who's making that? Who has enforced that law? It's the government, right? So the universal affairs of this whole creation is run by Krishna, the supreme governor or the supreme president of the whole creation. So we don't always deserve to be inside of a human body. And actually it's described that there's 8,400,000 species of life. 400,000 of those are human forms. Some are more or less cultured. When you have civilized society, and you have culture, religion, I spoke about this recently. Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. You have religion. When you perform religion, you get wealth. You get benefits. You have a good life if you live righteously. Right? And if you live righteously, what's the point of getting that wealth and those benefits? So I get on good time. Right? Kama, lust. We satisfy our desires. We want to enjoy life. Now, when we get fed up with enjoying life, then we think, let me become one with God. I'll finish it all, right? Life is boring anyway. I'll just become one with the universe and forget my identity. Because I tried to enjoy it, and it never worked out. So, moksha, that's called moksha. Beyond that is called prema. That's called the fifth purushartha. The fifth goal of human life is to attain the love for the Lord. To attain love for God. A relationship which is completely fulfilling and perfect in every way. Does anyone want that? Therefore we have come to learn from Srila Prabhupada. Because he's teaching that. You want love for somebody, the perfect love, where you never be let learn the science of approaching Krishna and go to heaven and love him. He loves you already. He loves you more than we can understand. But what's amazing, this form is only available, this love is only available in the human form of life. From the other forms of life, when you are embodied, right? Every one of us is an embodied soul. We're not a soul, we're not a body with a soul. We're a soul who is covered by a body. It's stated, Chit Kana, in the scriptures, Shveta Shvatara Upanishad, it's described that each one of us is like a spiritual spark. Small, very small spark of consciousness. Not only consciousness, rather consciousness is a symptom of the spark. Just like heat and light are the symptom of a spark, consciousness is the symptom of the soul. We are that soul who is a spark of the Supreme. Krishna, God, is likened to a fire. So we have a blazing campfire here. Or if you go to a yajna, you see there's the yajna kund, there's the fire pit, and there's a flint, there's a fire. And it's blazing there, and so many sparks are coming off. Each one of us is like that spark. When we're in relation with the fire, then we exist in our natural state. Right? If we leave the fire, then we become easily extinguished by the elements. So, in the human form of life, we can reconnect with the fire. So we being embodied souls, the animals are also embodied souls, actually. Or rather, when we see an animal, or a tree, or a frog, a frog is an animal, if we see, even we can't see the germs, even ghosts, right? All of these beings are embodied souls. So inside of their body is themselves, a spiritual spark. And when they're inside of the human form, then they can perform yoga and they can attain self-realization. So the scriptures, the Srimad Bhagavatam, which was quoted by Srila Prabhupada very often, and also by his guru, Srila Prabhupada also has a guru. That's our tradition. It's called Parampara, one after another. Teacher, to disciple, to student. And then he learns the science and he imparts it as he learned it, without changing the essence. And it's very amazing. It's a very amazing process. So you are also being asked. Learn this process from somebody who knows it and give it to everyone you meet. Then you will help everyone achieve the perfection of this human life by knowing Krishna and developing love for him. Right? So, this Bhakti Yoga is available only in the human form. So I'm telling you all these things, but when we have difficulties, we doubt all of them. Because we think that spiritual life is an addition to my life. Has anybody thought like that? That I have my life, and I have a little spirituality also. Right? Prabhupada is describing on the basis of the scriptures that life is spiritual. Life is about spiritual life. There's no life without spirit. Just like there's no light or heat in a spark without connection with the fire. There's no life without spirituality. It's a dead life. It's an empty life. Now, these words are a little strong. Can somebody ask this word to be a little quiet? These words are strong. I'll give you an example. One time, Srila Prabhupada was walking with his disciples, and it was cold where they were, and there was some puddle. So Prabhupada used to walk with a cane. He's sitting here, his disciples, but he knocked on the ice. You have to knock the ice pretty good. He knocked the ice a few times, and the water has come out underneath. Had it gushed out. So Prabhupada said, this is what I'm doing. I'm speaking strongly to break the ice which has covered all of us. In this material world, we are in the state of ice, but actually we are meant to be flowing like water. The natural state of water is actually liquid. That's the normal state. Ice is the extreme state at the high end, from the low end of the temperature. Right? And steam also. But water, the word water means liquid. So ice is hardened water. Right? The natural state of water, we're speaking, natural state of ice is to be ice. Prabhupada was making a comparison that all of the souls in this material world are naturally like water. They're meant to be liquid and flowing. In the state now, they're hardened. They're in an unnatural state. So we have to give a little force, some strong words, some strong thoughts, which wake us up and revive our actual nature, which is to be flowing like water. Prabhupada described that natural condition of the soul is to love Krishna. It's to love God, love our Father, love our Creator. Love the Most High, the source of everything that exists, the light, the sun, and the moon, the taste of water. Right? So we're supposed to love that person, but now we're in an unnatural state, and we're thinking, I have my life, and I put a little religion, just to, kind of make it good with God, and then I do my thing. I had my plan. So this is the hard reality, is that actually life is about spirituality. Life is about spirituality. And when we have troubles, we doubt that. We doubt Krishna. Right? We doubt whether we should be spending time with spirituality. Because it's not like all of you took time. You made effort. You spent some money with gas. Right? You made a plan and put other things aside to be here, to associate with the devotees, to come and worship the Lord, to sing the holy names, to learn a little something more, to experience something beyond our normal life. So bravo, right? You've made a wonderful choice, and you're so fortunate to be in all your association. Devotee association is the most valuable thing. Our teachers discussed that the most unfortunate thing is losing association with the devotees. When we don't have the devotees of the Lord to be with, to spend time with, that's the most painful thing. Right? So thank you for being here and spending some time. So the point I'm trying to make is that we had to make some effort. We had to put other things aside to be here, to try to learn something, to chant, right, to worship the Lord. When you do it at home or you come to the temple, right, you put other things aside. So when we have difficulties, if we don't have the right perspective, then we put Krishna aside. We say, hey, my life is not going well enough for me to have this spirituality. That's overload. I thing that we are doing as a type of a bonus. But actually, that's the real thing that we're doing with our life and our time. So, Prabhupada sets the example how to deal with difficulties and not lose a single drop of faith. Srila Prabhupada speaking earlier. Srila Prabhupada, he had 2 heart attacks while he was sailing in a cargo ship. So, if you don't know, cargo ship, I've been on a cargo ship. It's very wet. Everything is wet. Everything is moist. And there's there's cold metal everywhere. It's just, that's the environment. And everything is, business. They're distributing huge containers of paraphernalia, art, clothing, materials across the ocean. This is the place. And he had a place in the deck, which is some sort of traveler's cabin. But it's not a travel boat. It's not made for luxury. It's a cargo ship. And he got a ticket there. And on the way, a 30-day voyage, he had 2 heart attacks. In India, even before he came, right, he was working very hard to write his books. Very, very hard, as an old man without practically any resources. At one point, he had a business. Business failed. And there were so many situations that made it unfavorable. But Srila Prabhupada decided that when he got some advice from some of his godbrothers, that he should completely dedicate now. He should give up whatever business was left, leave it to his sons, leave it to his wife, and go and work on this mission that his Guru gave him to share Krishna consciousness in English to the world. While he was doing that, he was stabbed by a cow in the street of India. He was literally stabbed by a cow. Then he finished some books, he finished some papers, and he was trying to distribute those. Right? And he's an old man, almost 70 years old at this point. And we all know there was a heat wave in India, or at least in South India. My Guru Maharaj was reading some books, and they were telling us that there was a big heat wave. And it's very hot. So he's there in the 1950s, 1960s, going by foot to different intellectuals, businessmen, professionals, with these papers, with these magazines, teaching about Krishna consciousness, and trying to elicit interest in the topmost subject matter, and to bring it out, knocking the ice. You're in your unnatural state. Then from underneath the water comes. Right? This is very different. This is very revolutionary. That actually, even though it's stated, right? It's stated in the Vedas, Akato Brahma Jigyasa. Now you're in the human form, take advantage of it. Still, in comparison with many of the spiritual people, yogis, renunciates, sadhus in India, right? They may teach whoever comes to them, but to go and say, wake up, wake up. You're unnatural. You're supposed to be flowing like water in your eyes. Wake up from this. Learn about Krishna. Learn to love Krishna. This is revolutionary. And Prabhupada's Guru Maharaj didn't want him to just stay there in India. He wanted him to teach in English. Visionary disciple succession. Historic disciple succession. This is very, very historic moment right now. Srila Prabhupada is not an ordinary person. This is very special. This is the awakening of God consciousness on the whole planet. If you look at it, just like if you look at it, it's happening. Yeah. So Srila Prabhupada's Guru Maharaj knew it will happen in English. And my disciple, Abhijadhananda Vinda, right? This disciple, that's why we say A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Right? Abhijadhananda Vinda. He's become fearless, having taken shelter of Krishna. He will actually write those books that will save the world. He will write those books to wake up everybody, no matter what your background is, no matter what your faith, your lifestyle, your body, nothing. Because Krishna consciousness is the natural nature of the soul. You are a soul, as am I, as is every living being. Right? But the humans can take advantage. So Srila Prabhupada went through so many troubles, and he passed out from heat exhaustion in the middle of the street. So many people this happens to. Right? Somehow, Krishna sent one of his friends to pick him up. He had a taxi or something like that, and he saw, hey, this is Bhaktivedanta Swami there, in the street. So then he picked him up. Still he went on with his preaching. Still he went to people. He was trying. So then he got up the boat after struggling so much, had 2 heart attacks on the boat ride coming here. Then he came here, he had a handwritten. He had a typewriter also, but this was a handwritten manuscript of Bhagavad Gita. 1,000 pages. Handwritten. Does anybody like to write handwriting? Or is everyone typing these days? A little bit. It's actually fun. It's kind of a healthy thing. He wrote 1,000 pages by hand. It got stolen. He was in a small closet in New York City. He had an apartment that was basically a closet. It was a storage room, closet, no bathroom. He had to go down the street to this other person's bathroom every day and to use his bathroom and his kitchen. In that small closet, there's a window above. If anybody knows New York, sometimes they do that. There's like a door, and then above there's some type of window. Right? Somebody had smashed that window and crawled in and stolen his typewriter, his tape recorder, and 1,000 handwritten pages of Bhagavad Gita. He wrote another one. He wrote another Bhagavad Gita. That's the one that you see in this content. Huge explanation of Bhagavad Gita. It again. Right? Then he actually had a stroke. He had a stroke that almost took his life. And he was suffering inside of a hospital with these American physicians in the 1960s, and they were sticking him with needles and doing tests and all these things. And he's from India. He wants some simple Ayurvedic diet or something like that. You know, he says, what is the point? Just give me the massage and I'll be fine. If Krishna wants to take me, then I'll have to go. But he asked his disciples, you pray to Lord Nrsimhadev that I have not finished my work that my Guru Maharaj gave me. So you pray to Lord Krishna that if he wants, I will stay and finish my business. writing these books to save the world. And they prayed. They did kirtan and they were singing all night, 14, 15 hours. And continually they were praying. And Srila Prabhupada prayed. So many difficulties. That's just the beginning. That's just 1-2 years into the beginning of his mission. He spent 12 years struggling against the material energy, preaching this movement all over the planet. In spite of all odds, as a more than 70-year-old man, he traveled around the planet more than 13, 14 times in the plane. In the 1970s, 1960s, 1970s. Jet age, Parivrata Acharya. Parivrata Acharya means a sannyasi. He travels all over sharing Krishna with everyone he meets. Jet age. Now there's the jet. So Srila Prabhupada is revolutionary. His Guru Maharaj was revolutionary. This parampara is revolutionary. We don't just throw it away. Material, that plane is for karmis. That plane is for materialistic people. I will walk with my bare feet. No. We use that to spread Krishna consciousness. We use technology to spread Krishna consciousness. We use engineering. We use architecture. We use design. We use fashion. We use technology, communications, right, to spread this message all over the world. This is called Yukta Vairagya. We renounce it by using it in Krishna's service. So Srila Prabhupada, in spite of all difficulties, he did not lose faith. He did not lose faith in his Guru's instructions, and he did not lose faith in Krishna. He knew that I can only try my best to serve my Lord. And if he wants, he can give the results. The results are up to him. Right? He's they say, Bhoktaram Yagya Tapasam. All the Yagya I do, all the tapasya I do, he's the Bhokta. He's the one who should enjoy it. Right? Not me. So Srila Prabhupada, he had firm faith that I am perfect when I try my best to serve Krishna. So this is our Srila Prabhupada. This is something I saw earlier from one of our Maharajas in ISKCON. He said, Prabhupada underwent more difficulty than any of us, and in this way we can find strength in his example to face our own difficulties. So when the times get tough, one of the old temple president, his name is Sri Ram Prabhu. Who knows Sri Ram Prabhu? One, two devotees. He's very sweet devotee. He does wonderful kirtan, and he always is positive. He says, when the going gets tough, the tough get chanting. Right? So that's what we have to do. We have to lean into Krishna and say, you are the one that is putting me through these difficulties, not to make me suffer, not to harm me, but for my good. And we have faith. He will never test us beyond our capacity. It's not possible. He doesn't do that. If he's testing you, he may be testing you. He wants to see. The times are getting tough. Will you get chanting? The tough get chanting. So, on that note, I very much thank you. I appreciate your presence today. And thank you for your kind attention. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Does anybody want to share some reflections? Something that they heard, or something that they thought, something that came up while we were having the talk?
Thank you for it. I think that you kind of wrapped up very nicely when you said that Krishna won't give us anything that we can't handle, or any test, any circumstance, anything like Yeah, do something that's directed in the service of Krishna. That's reassuring because there's certain most of these struggles. I mean, they usually tend to like, okay, struggle's here, and now I'm not going to be able to actually like go through the struggle. So now it's just like a losing game, and I'm just like accepting defeat. But when I say it's something that Krishna's not going to give anything that we can't overcome, then it's like, oh, then I can see it. It's not really a battle. I'm not really. It's just a show. So,
And his confidence. He's on our side. He's always on our side. He's making the arrangements. And if we lean into him, then we can rest assured. Success may look a different way than we were thinking. But as long as my relationship with Krishna is strong and steady, that is success. That's the success. So that can never be destroyed. Your relationship with Krishna, nothing material can ever harm it if you don't want it to be harmed. So that's what we're trying to get, that determination. Thank you for sharing, Prabhu.
I really like this kind of motif that you had in the class before, where you kept saying, Prabhupada is revolutionary, this movement is revolutionary. And there's so many wonderful examples of that. Like, obviously, probably the biggest one is Prabhupada's books. He took all of the knowledge, the whole Vedas, and the bona fide purpose from the acharyas, and he put it into the books. And if somebody's interested in, learning about Rig Veda, they can see Prabhupada's purpose. He'll have a shloka from the Rig Veda, or from Vishnu Purana, Guru Purana, all these different Puranas. And then the bona fide understanding, the acharyas, Madhacharya, and Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, all of the acharyas, Narottam Das Thakur, Guru Goswami, Sridhar Mahaprabhu, all of them. And also the kirtan as well, he gave this wonderful process, he simplified it, He gave us the Mridanga beads, he gave us the Kartha bead, he gave us the melody, the way to do it, everything. Made it accessible to everybody, you can clap and dance and chant a very simple melody and get absorbed in Krishna's holy name. And prasadam distribution and all these wonderful things. He made that so nice, so many wonderful. So many things. Art, wonderful art in the books as well.
Thank you, Prabhu. It's revolutionary. Inviting everyone in. Everyone should become part of this Vedic culture. And that's actually what is given in the scriptures itself. When anybody in this human form of life, they should take it. They should take the opportunity. Does anybody else have some question? Yes, ma'am. You can send the mic by one. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Probably you just said that when the going gets tough, tough goes standing. What do you describe tough goes standing? How do you describe that, the tough goes standing?
Tough goes standing. That means you get some friends, whatever you need, you say you already have your practice, you have your beats. Right? So then you get your beats, you go to the place, right, that you can focus, and you just chant. Right? Or if you need friends, then you get the friends going too. Like Rajesh Prabhu, he has a lot of friends. He may come to you one day, and he will show you, he has 50 friends chanting Hare Krishna on his phone. Okay? So then, hey, I'm with them, I better chant too. So then you just log on, for You come to the temple, you chant with the devotees. They chant at 4, we start kirtan at 4. You can come, it's easy. We go Arati at 4:45, then we're doing more chanting. A little bit of men chant now also. So these are the, you can do kirtan, you can do it alone, you can go for a walk. You don't have to even have beads, you don't have to have friends. You may just be working or driving, and you just go chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. It's called Nam Ashraya. Ashraya means shelter. Nam Ashraya means you take shelter of that name. This holy name is a shelter. It's a shelter for the busy mind. And ultimately, it's the only shelter for the soul. That's who we are. When we connect with the holy name, we connect with Krishna. Then we feel peace, then we feel satisfaction, then we feel relaxed, without anxieties. And actually, when we chant this holy name, we are actually calling the spiritual world to be with us. It's said that when we chant the holy name, this holy name is, what is it called? Golo Kela Premadana Harinam Sankirtan. That this holy name, Harinam Sankirtan, this chanting of Krishna comes from the spiritual world. They are in the spiritual world, they love to chant Hare Krishna. They love to sing and dance and glorify Krishna and Radha. That's their only business. And this has been imported by the Acharyas for us now. So, if you're really serious, then you get some beads, and you chant 16 rounds a day. One mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. 108 times 16. That's, if you really are tough. Really tough. That's what Srila Prabhupada has asked his disciples to do, and then all this is coming is following that process. Also, if it's getting really tough, and we ourselves are tough, then we get our japa back and we start chanting 2-3 hours chanting. That meditation, especially early in the morning, if you can be early, finish it sometime. Why not? Doesn't matter. But early in the morning, it will be easier for the chanting. 2-3 hours chanting will give you success all day long. There'll be no doubt. Now, when I say success, we understand success is not just no troubles in life. Success means I don't lose my faith in Krishna. Success means my relationship with Krishna is growing, it's building. That's real success. Wealth may come, wealth may go. Friends may come, friends may go. Family comes, family goes. But my relationship with Krishna, that's my shelter. That's my ashraya, that's the point of my life. So, thank you very much. Nice question, Praveen. Let us try to follow Srila Prabhupada's example. We'll be a little tough, and we'll get chanting also. Okay, so, devotees, we need a few hands to bring up the prasad. Would anyone like to volunteer? So when we make here, we also need the utensils, the bowls, and Srimati Tulsi Devi. We can bring another table and put her on the table so she doesn't get dirty or damaged. Okay? Who will volunteer for that one? This plant here, Srimati Tulsi Devi, she's very special, so we need to make some other tables so she can stay protected. Okay, so we'll do a little bit of time in the meantime. Krishna So devotees can line up for taking prasadam, and thank you very much for coming. Hare Krishna. So we can
I do, lovely.